Hi, everybody. How you guys doing today? This is my son, Bryce. I'm Carrie. We're both really excited today because we're putting this video out, which is our invite video to our private Facebook group called the Awakening Collective. And it's a group that we want to put together that really helps like-minded souls and minds that are awakening. And they want to get together and be encouraged by one another. As we've both been finding through our awakening journeys, is that we go up there and we talk to some family members, some friends, strangers, whoever, and we'll get sometimes some pushback, sometimes some attacking, and it really discourages us and puts us down thinking that we're crazy. And we know we're really not, and they just are unfortunately a little bit asleep. And they are where they're at, and we understand that. And we love them just the same. But it's really good to be around people that are like-minded once in a while, just so we can get that unity and that oneness together that awakening is all about. So that's why we want to make this group. We want you to maybe have a listen to this video. And if you like what you hear, we'd like you guys just to hit the join button. So Bryce is going to just explain a little bit about what awakening is, and we'll go from there.
All right, so I feel awakening can come in a few stages, and one of the first stages is probably the matrix awakening. So you'll see the whole system of like everything that it's made of. It's like the fear-based system with the government, big pharma industry, media, school education, what they teach us about history. Yeah. So that's like the first pretty big part of the matrix awakening, which will lead you more into your self-awareness of who we are, because that'll kind of make you seek to understand who we actually are. And going down that path will bring you to understanding that we are actually our spiritual beings, just having a human experience. Yeah. And when you see the system between all the religions that are put together, there's truth through all of them, but they're used to kind of separate and control us. Yeah. So when you come to the realization of your spiritual self, you'll have more self-awareness into like your ego mind, between your ego mind and your God mind, and being within your heart than within your head morally. And so you'll be able to just awaken from that and those two stages, and follow that journey into where this group, we really are excited about to encourage like-minded people to understand that, and about the Christ consciousness further down that line, which is all about the ego mind and how all your spiritual senses of, like, say, energy, frequency, and vibrations. You ever heard of that by Nick Tesla, ever acknowledging that? But yeah, no, I'll just firstly end off with that, what my perspective of spiritual and matrix awakening is.
Right on. Well, thanks, Bryce, for sharing that. Yeah, so like Bryce, I've been awakening too over the last few years, especially in the last year and a half, with all the stuff that's been happening. And there have been some really good sharings from the awakening people around the world, and really learned that main media is not what to trust, of course. And but there's so much to know about the inner self, right? Being who am I? Why am I here? What's my purpose? Is there a God? Man, all these things, like, what's in the universe? Are there UFOs? I mean, there's so many unanswered questions, but awakening starts to unfold all of these questions into answers. And that's what I've been really experiencing. And what an energetic thing that is. It's given me life again, reason to get up in the morning and get excited. And then when I go to share with others, sometimes I'm crashed down. But if I get around the odd like-minded person, that's wonderful. So that's what the group is created for, to share a lot of this. And so we can grow together, because it's also about growth. Awakening is not just a one moment thing. It's a growing thing that goes on probably forever. We are eternal beings. We'll be awakening all the time. So there's such thing as the third, well, there's all kinds of dimensions, but we're living right now in the third dimension. The awakening is the fourth dimension. And so a lot of people in the third dimension are started to awaken, which is wonderful. But there'll be some in the third dimension that never do wake up. And so I'll be unfortunate, but that's where they're at. And so we're happy for you if you're one of those awakening people and want to continue and learn more about all that stuff. And we are energy, and that's something to understand too. We have energy chakras in our bodies and how they work and how our minds work with the ego and our God mind almost at battle with each other all the time. So wonderful stuff to learn about. Hope the heck you hit that join button. there's rules to look at before you hit the button, just to make sure that you know there's nothing about conflict, no ego bashing with anyone. Every comment should be nothing but encouragement and love, bringing everybody to oneness. And we can't use those crazy, words that they take us off the off the site. If you do use the words, just kind of change them up a bit where they're not the exact words. So we notice how people are doing that in videos, and it's continuing the videos on, and their site platforms are continuing. Otherwise, they're getting yanked. So anyways, we'll leave it with that. We love you all. And Bryce, anything you want to add?
No, thank you. Hit it off pretty good.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks again. We'll see you on the Facebook group. Pura Vida.
Pura Vida.
Pure life.